Hey guys, it's Luke here. Welcome back. You guys probably know I've been away for a little bit and haven't unfortunately been able to do a follow-up review of the sort of last 2 weeks, I'd say. Basically, guys, I got really sick and I'm just slowly getting over it. So apologies for the delay in getting this video out to you. Anyway, in a good way, I had a lot of time. I actually had a week off from work and gave me some time to spend time with the phone as you normally would, and had a lot of time consuming content and just, really not doing a lot, but just taking it easy and, sending a lot of text messages, web browsing, emails, just the normal type of thing. Good news is, in the last video, I kind of complained a little bit about heating issues. So I noticed, occasionally I'd go to pick up the phone, it was quite warm and it wasn't doing anything. I hadn't had any apps running. It was really weird. Like, I'd never had a brand new phone like that. I know that sometimes the Google Pixel, when you would transfer from an old phone to the Google Pixel, you'd get some heating issues during that process. But typically that would go away after like a day or two. With the Xiaomi 15, it was warm for no reason. Like, I literally just couldn't work it out. I was going through all the things that I would normally try and test and change and settings and everything like that, just to try and get it to just a normal heat. And I'm happy to say all issues are now resolved. It is totally fine, no heating issues. It's never warm to the touch. And I think I found out what the culprit was. So basically what I would do is I'd go into the actual battery section here, and obviously, like any battery manager, you can come in here and you can see what's using the actual battery. And I'd always go in there and I'd always see YouTube at the very top. And to me that made sense because I was watching a lot of YouTube. But what I didn't realize was YouTube was just like, I don't know, like it wasn't optimized, or it was out of date, or something was not right. It was chewing up so much battery life and it just didn't make any sense. So I tried to uninstall it. Unfortunately, you can't uninstall it. It's one of the apps on this phone that when you go to it and you hold it, you can see here, you don't have the option to actually remove it. So it's a built-in app from Xiaomi that cannot be removed. Now, obviously, you can side load and probably remove it with a command through ADB, but I was like, I don't really want to do that because YouTube's one of those apps that I use frequently, and obviously I had to find a solution. So what I ended up doing was downloading this app. So it's YouTube Revanced or YouTube Vance. I can't remember what the correct terminology is. And I made that my primary YouTube app. And I'd used it in the past and it was a great app, but after installing it and spending some time, because I was sick, just looking through all the settings and all the things you can do, it's such a great app. It's truly, like, there's so many things you can do in it. And, one of the big ones obviously is you can watch things without ads, but I spent some time, I went through it, I looked at all of the various things inside the settings. So when you open the app and you go up the top here to settings, you have a lot more settings that you can play with. The big one for me when I first used this app was when you swiped down, the little mini player that appeared in the bottom right corner. It wasn't the updated version that YouTube was using, where you can actually see like a small square and you can move it anywhere inside the app. I'm happy to report there are actually quite a number of various options. Let me see if I can find it for you. I think it's a player. The mini player. So you can see up the top here, you now have a number of options for the mini player, and these are actually really good. Like the modern one is very much like the default YouTube app, but there's other ones that have like a bigger play and pause button. There's one that actually replicates using a tablet. So I'd highly recommend, if your Xiaomi is hot, and I know this can be an issue with other Xiaomi phones. So if you've got the Xiaomi 15 or the Ultra or maybe even the 14 and you're noticing that it's warm to the touch, have a look and see if YouTube is the issue, because for me that was the issue. Since I swapped to this app here, Revanced. No issues whatsoever. It doesn't drain the battery. The device doesn't get hot. It's so much better, and I am truly very happy with it. Happy to report battery now will last me 2 full days. So I'm not a gamer. I don't do anything really intensive on the Xiaomi 15. It's just everyday stuff, checking email, web browsing, etc. So if that's you, I think you'll definitely be able to get through at least a full heavy day, and then well into the second day, probably till lunchtime or something like that. Probably the only real downside, just to summarize my experience using this phone for the last 30 days, there's only one kind of minor downside, and it's not really a deal breaker, but unless you use the flash charger from Xiaomi, you don't get fast charging speeds. You get about 20 watts. So it'll say fast charging when you plug it in, but I've tested numerous chargers around the house, and the max I can get, even from a brand new power delivery charger, is about 20 watts. So that's a little tiny bit disappointing. I mean, it's the phone still charges in about an hour, but being able to leverage fast charging is something that would have been great. Again, you do have to have the flash charger. Here in Australia, I haven't been able to find like a converted flash charger. To give an example of what I'm talking about, so Oppo and OnePlus are sister brands. I can buy an Oppo 80 watt charger here in Australia, and it actually delivers high speed charging. For Xiaomi, because it's a Chinese brand, I haven't been able to find a charger that will replicate the charging standard of the flash charger. So just be aware of that. One thing I really, really like is the camera on this device. The more I spend time with it, the more impressed I am with it. Just pulling the phone out of your pocket, double clicking the power button, and taking a shot, 9 times out of 10, you'll get an absolute cracking photo. Like I said, I've been sick, so I haven't been outside a lot, but we had a couple of nice days here, nice weather, and my son was sick as well, so I was outside with him, and I just took a couple of candid photos of him, just sitting in the chair reading a book. And it's just the level of detail and how well the camera focuses, and just I really like the Xiaomi Vibrant and Authentic, which again you can get to just by tapping this little button in the top right corner. They really are great filters. They just do such a good job. So it's funny because you get brands that will put various branding things on their devices from popular camera brands like Zeiss and that type of thing, and a lot of the time it's just kind of tuning of the camera and the filters and stuff like that, and that's obviously what's happening here too. But I feel like if I was to pick one out of all of the current flagships, I think I would probably go with the Xiaomi one. It's really good. I genuinely do believe it's a fantastic camera setup. All the cameras are really good. They do a great job of focusing. There's great focal length. The portrait mode is excellent. I've done a little bit of video. If you guys want to check out just a couple of quick videos, I'll leave a link to the Google Photos Google Photos gallery that I put together. If you want me to add some more photos to that, let me know, and I'm happy to do that too. But overall, would I recommend picking this device up? I probably would. If you're in the market for a smaller device, maybe you're checking out the Pixel 10, which has basically just been announced, or maybe the S25, or what else is there? There's not really a lot of smaller phones at the moment. But if you're in the market for something a bit smaller, like I was, so I moved from the iPhone 13 Pro Max to this, I definitely think this is worth your time looking at. So it's got everything. So it's got wireless charging, you don't miss out on that. It's got flagship camera, really big battery, excellent Snapdragon performance from the 8 Elite. It's just a great all-round package. I picked this up secondhand off eBay, and I think brand new you're going to be looking at about $1,000, and that's obviously Australian. It's probably a little bit cheaper in US and other countries, but I really, really like it. I really like the shape and the form factor. It feels extremely sturdy, and I actually have another device which I'm going to review after this one, and just make sure you subscribe if you want to check that out. It is a bigger device than this, but when I go to that bigger device and then come back to this, I'm just so happy with how this feels in the hand. It's just really, really sturdy. It feels like the kind of device that if you dropped it, it's not going to it's not going to crack. It's just very well made. It's not, personally, I don't think it's like the most beautiful phone to look at. It's not flashy in any way. It doesn't have kind of those chrome or aluminium sides or anything like that. It's just a very well made, smart looking phone, and overall, I think it's very, very good money, a very good value for money. And I don't think you'd be disappointed at all with the battery life or the camera performance or the actual performance of the device as a whole. All right, guys, I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you want to see the next one, where I'm going to review another phone that came out probably about 6 months ago, one I've wanted to get my hands on for quite some time, drop a comment below if you've got any guesses around what that might be. But I'll start reviewing that probably in the next couple of days, and I'll do the same thing. I'll just do regular video updates like this, just to share my thoughts and opinions as I start using that phone. All right, guys, appreciate you guys, and I'll chat to you soon. Cheers.